Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening today. So lately, I've been using an affirmation that I heard from Abraham Hicks, but I've just been loving it lately, so I want to share it with you, and that is, everything is always working out for me. And I've used it especially when circumstances in my life are kind of not looking like how I want them to look, right? Like my manifestation is not quite here yet. I'm running into some circumstances that aren't quite exactly what I'm interested in experiencing. And so I've had a couple of things like that pop up in my 3D reality recently. And so what I've been using to soothe myself is everything's always working out for me. And so if something pops into my reality that I'm like, oh, what's this? I'm trying to, as quickly as possible, turn my focus from the circumstance that's popped into my reality to everything's always working out for me. So whatever this is in my reality is working for my favor. So it's a subtle shift, and what it really does is it just takes your attention off the uncomfortable feelings, the dissatisfaction that you're in a circumstance that you don't want to be in, and it shifts you into a new state that this is okay. I'm okay. All is well. Everything's always working out for me. This circumstance is here so that I can get my manifestation. Like, I'm moving towards my manifestation. And you're assigning that meaning to the circumstance. So you're always going to find yourself in life in circumstances. Like, life is made up of circumstances. And, a popular thing in the manifesting community is circumstances don't matter. And they don't matter in terms of getting to your end result, getting your manifestation. You can be in any circumstance in the whole world and get your manifestation. It really does not matter. You can have what you want from wherever you are. And once you make the decision that you want to that you have a desire, and you put that desire out into the universe, then it immediately responds, and in that moment, the desire exists. And if it's not the first time you've had a desire, then it's been existing, right? And so your job is to focus on that end result, what you want, what you desire, and not on the circumstances that have you in a place that you don't want. And I know it's such a subtle difference. It's so subtle that you think you're focusing on what you want, but you're really focusing on what you don't want. I know, right? And it's just this subtle, deep feeling of satisfaction or dissatisfaction, and you're trying to soothe yourself into being satisfied. So you want to switch your state from being dissatisfied to satisfied before the manifestation is in your circumstances, right? Because eventually your circumstances are going to be, and hopefully very quickly, that you have exactly what you want, right? And so the thing that I've been using lately to sort of shift out of that dissatisfaction and into that satisfaction is everything is always working out for me. 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 And then sometimes I add, everything is always working out for me. I always get exactly what I want. Everything is always working out for me. I always get exactly what I want. Everything is always working out for me. I always get exactly what I want. And it's just that little subtle shift. Now, this is another thing. Unless you're just super, super, super strict with your mental diet, and some people are, you might have to do this several times a day. Just whenever you notice your thoughts drifting, maybe towards that side of what you don't want, towards dissatisfaction, towards focusing on the circumstances, just use those two affirmations really to shift yourself back. And then, like I said in the last podcast, focus on something else entirely, something else that you really enjoy if you can find it. Like if you find like a hobby that you really love, or have, like, maybe you love reading, or maybe you love dance, whatever you find yourself really drawn to and enjoying, right? So I hope that is helpful. Remember, I do have some books on Amazon available if you are interested in those. Thank you so much for listening, and may you manifest exactly what you want.